A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful star seeds, twin flames, light workers, all the people on the path of ascension. I'm very happy to be talking to you all because you guys exist on this planet and you are doing a wonderful job of raising the frequency of planet Earth, of the cosmic energy as you move ahead in your journey. It is not an easy task, but you chose it. Never forget that we are not doing any favor on anyone, especially on Masters and Source. On the contrary, they are doing a big favor on us by teaching us the bestest life lessons possible. This channeling, I'm going to tell you in advance, will make you very emotional. You might cry, you might feel sad, you might feel angry in some places. And the main crux of the part 2 is to give you a solution and is to make you realize how blessed and lucky you are. I understand in 30 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever time this channeling is for, it is not possible to do all of the healing work, but at least if you get in touch with your emotions, if you're able to understand, we are not here to enjoy and have a vacation. We are here to face challenges. We are here to face the fears. And when we face the fears, when we look into the eyes of the fears, that's when we understand what really the truth is. So look forward to challenges. Look forward to these fears. Don't be scared of it. Try to analyze it. Try to observe it. Look at it from different angles. Don't have only one view about it. Have multiple views about it. And then you will understand how lucky you are, how blessed you are to be on this journey. And my dear friends, I want to tell this to you. As I said, healing takes time. Energy work takes time. It's not something that you're gonna expect to happen in 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 3 weeks, couple of months. It's a lifelong process. It's an adventurous lifelong process. If you look at it like that, it will become adventurous. So, for personal sessions, for hand holding, for therapies that will help you heal yourself, that will help you understand who you are, you have to give it time, you have to give it effort also. For those options, you can check out the description box, and only when you're 100% sure, then please click the PayPal link after you've gone through everything and book a session or book a full therapy. Therapy goes on for a good period of time, so yes, be prepared for that in advance and be happy about it. If God is choosing you to give yourself therapy or give yourself counseling or hand holding, again you're lucky. None of us can take the money from here. Neither you, neither me. All of these resources, we have to make sure that we utilize it for the best things, for also a lifestyle which is nature based. That is very important. Okay, so I'll discuss all of that in some other channeling. Let's come back to how the divine masculine gets brainwashed on a continuous basis for such a long time. In some cases, they never get to learn till they are on their last deathbed, some of them. But some of them are born in such a time, or they are born as shield. Like a shielded aura, they are born to protect those who will be following them in their ascension journey. Like on the same path or on the similar lines, they are going to help those children, those people. Now why we are talking about these things is because these children, the twin flames, the star seeds, the light workers, these people attract narcissistic partners. They attract multiple relationships. If someone tells me you've been in only one relationship so far, then most probably this journey is not for you, because looking at the current times we are in, and that's why there is no judgment. No one is judging anyone. Oh, you had 2 relationships, 3 relationships, 20 relationships, and you think you are on the ascension journey. Yes, it is happening right now in this current time and generation, because the pure-hearted people are looking for nothing but love. They are hungry for love, true love, pure love. Okay, they want love. They don't want anything from anyone. They just want love. But how many people can give them love? Love is not something that can be handed over to them by materialistic people. True love especially. We need to add this true prefix. People can give you only what they have. If they give you clarity, it means they have clarity. If they give you confidence, it means they have confidence. If they give you healing, it means they have healing, or they have healed, or they are healing, whatever, whichever way you want to see it. If they give you love, kindness, compassion, and mission-oriented people, they are the best people, because they are taking care of so many people. Imagine a person who's taking care of so many people or so many beings. Beings can be animals, birds, plants. If they're taking care of them, how much they know about caretaking, how much they have it inside of them. Just imagine. So love is not something that any Tom, Dick and Harry can give to anyone. This world that we live in, it is a materialistic world. It's a very materialistic world. Everybody is only looking for give and take. Everybody is looking for barter deals, business. Love has become a business nowadays. And it is very sad that it is the women who are at the receiving end. And it is very shameful also. In India especially, I'll give you an example. And there are many countries where women are being tortured emotionally, mentally, physically, even via education, via so many things. They are made to feel like they have no energy, no power. But in our country, we also call women Shakti. Shakti means power, energy. A woman is the powerhouse. She's the creator. And despite being the powerhouse, what's happening to the women? Who has conditioned men and women? Because I'm telling you, it's not only men who are oppressing women. The toxic feminines, the distorted feminines, the karmic feminines, they are doing the same job. And a lot of havoc is actually caused by these women, because they are the ones who are jealous, who are evil. They are the ones who are enabling their sons and daughters to torture empathetic women, to disrespect empathetic women, because they cannot be like them. They don't have that type of love, so they target them. They want to destroy them. They want to take away their energy. They want to drain them. They want that they should not have confidence. Because without confidence, none of us are anything. And that's why I tell every single person, every light worker, every twin flame, every star seed, that please work on your solar plexus. It's not a religious thing. I know some of you might think it's a religious thing. You want us to chant the name of Lord Shri Ram. No, it is not. It is a scientific thing, because chakra alignment is a scientific thing. It's not a religious thing at all. Religion word was created by the British, because they are the creators of English language. In Hindi, dharam never meant religion. Dharam meant nature. Dharam meant truth, satya. And that's why they would say, follow your dharma, do your dharma. Because dharma, what is the definition of dharma? It changes with every single context and every single situation. You cannot do the same thing in every situation and every context. So these people, via their language, and then making this stupid language global language, although I'm using it today, I'm talking to you all, and all of you all are using it today. None of you is using your local indigenous language. Why? Because being indigenous is not something they wanted us to do. They wanted us to be slaves. But the ascensioners are smart people. They will study their indigenous culture, They will study the real science, and they will also use this language because, yes, whether we like it or not, it is a global language in today's time. America was also colonized. Australia was also colonized. So many big countries were once upon a time colonized. If not by the British, but by somebody else. They were probably under some patriarchal rule. The men who have the feminine energy, or the men who are on the path of ascension, they don't want the wars, they don't want the fights, they don't want this, I am better, look at my biceps, look at my body, look at this, look at that. Even if they learn warriorship, they learn it to protect women and children, because by nature they are the protectors. The light workers in today's time, we are born in transitional time. So the twin flames, the light workers, the star seed, they are all similar by nature, okay? There could be little bit of difference in terms of when they were born. Were they born in the 70s or the 80s or the 90s, or they are born in the later time like the 2000, after 2000 they are born? Because some of the volunteers will be coming, they will be joining hands soon. And this is also a reason why a lot of you have age difference with your partners, or anyone you feel attracted to, and you feel that, okay, this could be my twin flame, etc., etc. Because some of you are here to take on to more. Or I'll explain it to you in a different way so that you understand. The nature of feminine is to look for details. The nature of masculine is to take the shortest possible route to do something. It's logical, analytical, practical. The feminine is emotional, detail oriented. She wants to spend time on everything. So specifically, God made some people who are born with both the energies. Imagine having both these energies, but not knowing what to do with it. And then also getting confused thanks to programming. Mixing these two energies or confusing these energies, applying them wrongly in different places, situations and context. Why? Because of this problem of the divine masculine who's getting brainwashed. So some of you, men and women here, you had beautiful fathers. Okay? I'll come to the mother energy later, because in this channeling, this is not what I was told. And I'll tell you, all of you empathetic children, for me, you're still children because you're still not healed, so you're still working with your inner child. You are crazy about your parents. You love your parents so much. In your childhood, your whole world revolved around them. Nothing mattered more to you than your parents' happiness and their presence. And some of you loved your father to death. Your father was literally the most important person, and maybe still is. If some of you don't have your father, he's passed over, or there is some kind of separation, or there is some other situation which you have accepted with time. You had such a lovely bond with your father, and your father also. And those of you who still have the father and you're trying to heal the father energy, you felt that this man is your world. But despite being a very loving person, despite being a very kind-hearted, compassionate soul, a very beautiful, genuine human being, this man was not in his prime energies or pure energies. He was not. So there was a lot of drama, there was a lot of addiction, there was a lot of pain. In the previous part, I have already spoken about these things, so I will not enter into deeper details, but I'll tell you that you've equally loved your mother. It's not that you did not love your mother and you only loved your father. But in some of your cases, the mother energy is very distorted. The mother is a total narcissistic person, a cold-blooded narcissistic person. And I don't see narcissistic people as evil people or these people. Unless some of them are evil, I will not say that. For me, when I meet the narcissistic people, I always see them as, I feel very sad for them. I feel sad for them. I feel a lot of pitiful energy for them. I feel like they are so stupid also sometimes, like they don't know much, but they will always pretend to know so much. So I know that they are also a product of programming, of distorted programming. So they really don't know what to do. And it's all about their physical identity. Had it been about them, the inner essence of them, it would have been great. But some of these women, these mothers, it's all about the physical identity, and because they are pure narcissists, they do not see any flaw in them. And therefore, they don't see any need to work on themselves. They are just absolutely perfect in their own eyes, and not even them. They don't see themselves. They just see the physical identity and how they project themselves out to the world. So for these women, the child is nothing but a slave. Someone who should serve the mother constantly. They will turn the daughters into maids, and they will turn the boys into peons. If it is an empathetic boy, that is. If it's a narcissistic boy like her, she will pamper him to the core and she will spoil him. And proxy siblings do the same. Like, say there are 5 children in the house. 2 are empaths and 3 are narcs, for example. The mother will always be close to the narcs. She'll pretend to be nice to the empaths, because from the empaths she knows that these kids are hungry for love. You give them little bit of love, you give them little bit of breadcrumbs, they will do anything for me. So she throws breadcrumbs at them, because she wants those empathetic children to take care of her and her narcissistic children. Now in all of this, the father, who is obviously a victim here, is a victim of negativity, is a victim of gossip, is a victim of backbiting, is a victim of cross-talking, is a victim of, he's constantly being told how he's not good enough. Like whatever money he earns for the family, the woman, the main head, in India we call woman as the main head of the family. We feel that way. Especially in matriarchal system, all the husbands, all the boys, when they earn money, they hand it over to the woman, the mother. It is also the mother, when a bride comes in the house, she is the one who decides when is the right time to hand over all major responsibilities to her. If she feels she is not ready, she needs more training, she will continue to train her. You know, in earlier times, these things were very well organized and people understood it without saying much, because people worked on themselves. Inner work was a lifestyle. Ascension was a lifestyle. That's why all of us want golden age. If the golden age does not arrive as per the Yuga cycle, as per the calendar, it should arrive in us. It's not a hard and fast rule. It's not a fixed rule that if you are born in the dark age, you cannot experience golden age. You can, individually you can. And if you can, the world around you, your own ecosystem will turn like that. And trust me, there is no fun without challenges and difficulties. So when you are a child, as a child, you are really forgiving. Like how dogs are. I have noticed this thing with dogs only. Cats are, they're a little grumpy, but sometimes cats who turn into like more like dogs, they turn like that. I've seen it. But anyway, dogs have this feature or this quality. No matter how much you scold them, no matter what you do, what you say to them, they forget very easily. You scold the puppy or the dog for doing something and they make mischief also. It's not like they don't make any mischief. They don't destroy anything. My dog, he keeps breaking something every day. He needs my new slippers. Every time he looks for something which I cannot even imagine, he'll find it. And he will break it, destroy it, and he'll have the most innocent face after that. And if I scold him, or if I say, okay, get out, go away, I'm not going to talk to you and not speak with him, I have specific punishments for him, because that's also important. As a mother, you need to discipline your children, and your pets are your children. So When I say, okay, this is your punishment, you're not going to get this, you're not going to get that, he will make the most adorable, cutest, I cannot even describe that expression, face, and he'll be like still wagging the tail, okay, along with that expression. And I'm like, don't try to, melt my heart with this. I'm not listening to you. But in 5 minutes, if you call him back, say you don't talk to him, you said, I'm not talking to you, this is your punishment, go away, don't sit near me. He'll go away with a sad face, with a whimper. But in 5 minutes, forget 5 minutes, in the next minute only, if you say, come here, he'll jump, he'll forget everything and he'll come to you. All of them are like that, not one or two. I know 150 plus dogs. This is my mission, or you can say, and I'm sharing it with you because I want everyone to know that if we don't respect the animals, if we don't respect the birds, if we don't respect the plants, if we don't give them what they deserve, be it wild animals, be it street animals, be it cattle, they all deserve to live with dignity and with respect. We cannot expect respect if we don't respect the nature beings. That's why I sometimes feel more than opening a shelter, more than opening some of these places, it's better to take care of them where they live. Build tiny homes for them, feed them every day, twice, take care of them when they need medical attention, pay for all their bills. Don't worry, God will give you. God always gives you if you give to them. I've always seen this, it always works. Don't worry about these things. How will I generate resources? Just jump into it. I can share with you tons of stories where I didn't have a rupee or a dollar in my pocket, but I had an injured animal and I said, I'm not going to care. Even if I have to sell my gold chain or my rings or whatever, I have to do anything, I'll get this treatment done, because I knew so many doctors by then, so many vets by then. And miraculously, people have walked up to me. Unknown people or even known people just would walk up to me and hand me some cash and say, hey, where are you going? Oh, I'm going for the treatment of this. Oh, this looks like a bad accident. Oh, yeah, it is. Hey, why don't you take my contribution also? Or there was one time when somebody came in and say, you know what, I had to give you money, so here is the money. I had totally forgotten about it. Once somebody walked in to a vet's clinic, I was getting a treatment done. This girl didn't know me at all. She just, with what intuition, I don't know, she just came in. She looked at the dog and she was like, oh, it's a street dog. I said, yeah, it's a street dog. I don't like to use the word street dog, so I say it's an indie dog. Oh, I love them so much. I really like hang out with them, blah, blah, blah. And this treatment will cost you a lot of money, she said. I said, yeah, it will cost me a lot of money, but it's okay. I mean, it's not that big, important thing. And honestly, I did not have so much at that time. I myself was thinking, but I was not thinking at the same time. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll pay the doctor later. I know the doctor, he keeps visiting me for this or that case. She suddenly came in and she said, you know what, can you please take my contribution? Can you please, 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 please? And I said, no, I cannot, because I have a problem in taking money from other people like that. No, please, 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 I really request you, I'm begging you, she said. So I said, look, if you want, you can give your contribution to the doctor, but I'm not going to take it. She's like, I have to go, I'm in a big hurry. She didn't give me like a huge sum. She also like gave whatever, was in her capacity or her capability. Later on, we became friends, we got some adoptions done. I gave that money back to her. I told her that you also take care of street animals. So, at that point in time, you just came into the vet's clinic as God. For me, it was literally God walking inside and saying, don't worry. Because it's not the money that matters. It is the support, it is the consideration, the acknowledgement that matters. Because you're doing something for a being, you yourself don't have much at that point in time. And I'm getting very emotional while talking about it. But you don't care either. You don't think in your head. And sometimes I look at a lot of these people who are doing wonderful work on this planet. They are lovely volunteers and they are so pure-hearted. I have seen kids. Kids, like, why I say kids is because they're still in their early 20s. There's one guy, I've seen his work, he's a wonderful person. He's just 20, in his early 20s, 21, 22, something like that. He will cremate the dead bodies that are unclaimed. He will pick up the mental people who are abandoned by their family members, who are in like really dirty condition, whose hair have not been combed for months, whose, they're stinking. He'll pick them up, get them a haircut, give them a bath, put them, give some new clothes to them and keep them in his place. He has like a big facility which his father had started. So his father had programmed this child or trained this child to live this way. Since childhood he has been with his father. So for him these activities are a daily chore. Like every day he is doing these things, picking up people, picking up abandoned people, or there are people who have maggots on their bodies. And same is with the animals. We have seen such horrible cases with animals. Once I saw a puppy who had a big hole in his anal area. Probably someone raped the puppy. So there are such bad cases on animals, especially I've seen, because they are voiceless, they cannot complain, they cannot cry. So people commit horrible crimes on them and then just leave them to die. Some are abandoned, some are old, some are... I don't want to get into these things right now because this is a really long topic. If anyone is interested, you guys can take a personal session with me and I can discuss all of these things with you, especially if you are trying to get into mission work but you're not. But I can tell you one thing with guarantee, that those people who are into selfless mission, these people, their chakras align faster than anyone else. And that's why we keep saying, remember why you're here. Because as a child, you wanted to take care of all of these things, all of these beings. And your parents, your father, your mother, they were the most important people for you. Whether they hit you, whether they beat you up, whether they punished you, whether they did not really know the correct way of disciplining you or training you, they did not have those modalities. They didn't know. In the first part, I've already spoken about these things, so I don't want to again and again talk about the same problem. The second part is about solution. Second part is telling you that you are hungry for love. Please remember that. And for love, you are just going to people. That's it. You are looking for love in the wrong places. And even gods and goddesses are hungry for love. But they have done ascension work. They have done inner work. They are ascended masters. So they always go to pure people. If you're on ascension, you're a pure person, God will be with you, because gods and goddesses, higher beings, they love pure people. They know these are the people who have love, and they will live their life in such a way that there will be many activities around them which will be pure emotions, pure joy. They want to also experience it. They want to see it. They want to help us. They want to be there for us. And when you are in relationships, you are attracting those narcissistic people because you're attracting the distorted version of the masculine or the feminine that you have witnessed as a child, and you were trained to be their slaves. Of course, when people grow, there is also something called puberty, there is also something called hormonal change, and there is also something called, with time you're done with it. Because the narcissistic people, they are not good trainers, they are not good disciplinarians. So eventually the child gets attracted to other people like them because of similar energy vibration. The men and women you are all getting attracted to, the type of men and women who are doing nothing but using you, is because they know that you are hungry for love. So they will pretend to give you love. They will not give you love, it is only lust, because they will use you. They will use you in all possible ways, all materialistic ways possible, body, money, everything, energy included. They will use you till there is nothing left to use in you. And when you beg in front of them, when you plead in front of them, when you beg, like, don't leave me, please don't leave me, please don't leave me. Oh, they are so happy because they've done what they wanted to do. They wanted you to be obsessed by them. They wanted you to beg to them, and they've achieved it. And now that they've achieved it, they want, because that's the person at their lowest. When you're begging to someone to stay, when you're begging to someone to not leave them, Give them, like, just give me just 5 minutes of your time. Give me just one phone call. Please be here. Please, please, please. That is the time you are at your lowest, actually. There's nothing more they'll take from you, because there's nothing left in you. A person only begs and pleads in this way when they've lost all hope, when they've lost all confidence. A confident person, they will be like, you don't want to be with me? Fuck off. Don't be around me then. That's the door, leave. And sometimes they won't even use this language, this poetry. They will simply be like, okay, with a smile. All right, darling, enjoy yourself. I'll see you later. Because they know that these people always come back. And with experience, being your therapist, being your coach, being your reader, whatever label you want to give me, YouTuber or channeler, this is my experience talking. They always come back. All of them. All of them. You do your inner work, you focus on yourself, you follow your heart, you align yourself with your chakras, and you see, they'll all come back to you. But during that time, when they are gone, or sometimes you only send them away. Because as you become stronger and stronger, you will get opportunities when you will only say, please leave. I don't want to deal with you right now. I'm just so tired and so drained. I cannot handle this. Because in some situations, even that is very much required. And you're not doing out of ego. The narcissistic people, the evil people only do it because they want to massage their physical identity, their earthly identity, and they don't like anyone attacking it or hurting it or saying anything about it. They are also not, they are not in their real zone. They don't know what's happening to them. They are ruled by the devil. So there are two polar opposite energies also that work on this planet. And that's why I keep saying to you guys, union is not the final stage. Thanks to all of the people on the internet, or maybe it is a confusion which has happened without anyone purposely trying to do it, because I remember I've also shared a video where I have explained the 7 stages. But before that video, I also made a video called Duality to Singularity. It is a spoken word poetry rap song where I have explained this whole journey from duality to singularity. So for me, in my head, I was thinking, okay, I have spoken about the first and the last stage. Now let me speak about the stages in between, from recognition to union. And even before doing that, in 2009, I wrote a book called In the Name of Love, which is based on the concept of finding your ultimate soulmate. So for me, it was not me actually. And it's really amazing how God has done these things. They made me do everything step by step. Like first they made me write the book, which is like a complete thing, which I also myself did not know, because I was simply downloading and channeling at that time. I was not that wise or that like I knew everything. No, but I had those gifts since childhood. I could see things in visions. I was able to do astral projection without any practice, and that's why I say it's all because of my masters. Later on, yes, I had to figure things out, and I'm still learning a lot of things. So guys and girls, I'm just a medium. I don't want to sound like a person who knows anything right now. I'm just a medium. Please, I'm just a medium, okay? All the credit goes to my masters. All these things that I say, it's because of my wonderful masters, my great-grandmaster, my grandmaster, and my master. These 3 masters, they have shown me miracles that I could not have fathomed, I could not have imagined. They are just wonderful, and they've been with me even before my birth. I met my grandmaster when I was in my mom's womb, because that's when my mom got initiated. So actually, I think I'm very lucky to be born in my mother's womb. And my father, both of them are extremely beautiful, innocent people. But this does not mean that I have not had difficult situations or I have not had problems. We all have to heal these narcissistic energies fully, so that we understand the whole thing. And before that, you'll keep attracting these evil people, these narcissistic people. And later on also you will attract them. Okay, I want to clarify this with you here, this distorted divine masculine energy that I'm talking about, you'll keep attracting it. You will keep attracting the narcissistic people. You will keep attracting the good people. You will keep attracting the bad people. You will also keep attracting the higher masters, the ascended people also. Because all of this work that you're doing is not so that you stop attracting those people. It is being done so that you are stronger in front of these people. It is being done so that you can face these people. You can face them like a mighty lion in the jungle. A lion or a lioness in the jungle. You're going to face them. You're going to walk on earth like you mean it. Not like you're wobbly, shaky. No. When you walk like you mean it. Okay? That should be your attitude. Every single day that we get on this planet is precious. Because it's a fact. When you die, you're dead. That's it. It's over. The VR is over. You will be asked to remove those glasses and you will be told that, hey, welcome back. Welcome home. And those who find this home within themselves while they are here, just imagine for them, it's a promotion when they die. It's a celebration when they die. It's like, wow. It's over. The movie is over. How we go to the movie theater, we watch the movie, we enjoy it, we cry in the movie, we dance in the movie, we feel all those emotions in the movie. But when it's over, we don't say, oh my God, it's over, the movie's over, I want to go back, I want to remain in the movie. We don't do that, right? But people do that. When they are not trained, when they have not done any inner work, when they have not learned anything, no ascension work has happened, then as soon as they are dead, they want to go back. As soon as they have died, like they are like, oh, this is the house I built, this is all my money, these are my children. So immediately God will create a scenario, or they will look for options. Whatever options or whatever wombs that are available as a match to that particular energy, you will enter that womb. So only the faces will change, only other things will change, but the energy is same. So everything will repeat. All the experiences, because you're not yet trained to figure out that it was just a lesson, it was just for your learning that you had that particular life. It's just to understand, and for your ascension you were there. If you don't know that, then you will come back and the same cycle will repeat again and again, like it happens with a lot of people. And many people don't learn that easily. So you're lucky if you're listening to all this and you resonate with it and you relate with it and you have an urge to be a volunteer, you have an urge to do something on this planet. You are a mission-oriented person, you are a love-oriented person. You don't want to be like, oh, someone broke my heart, they cheated on me, they lied to me, they hurt me. You'll be like, yeah, someone broke my heart, yeah, they cheated on me, yeah, they lied to me, yeah, it was fun, they gave me a good lesson, I learned a lot. Alright, all the best to them. They can enjoy, they can do whatever they want to do. God bless them. It's not easy to reach that point, but when you do, it's amazing, it's brilliant. And I don't want to give it to you like a bait, because I'm not giving it to you like a bait. I'm not saying it will be over after that. It's not like you won't meet more people. The levels will keep advancing. And yes, there is always peace. There's always a certain amount of time of peace. Whenever you learn a big lesson, for some time you always enjoy. It feels like a vacation. You're high on nothing. It's also good, blah, blah, blah. All of that is happening. And then again, something happens, some challenge is thrown at you, and you're always caught into it unknowingly, like you never expected. Or I've also seen one more thing happening to people is when they are about to have like great time, great joy, great celebrations, God will purposely, especially if you're an ascensioner, especially if you're a twin flame, star seed, light worker, you fall into any of these categories, then God will also create a challenge at the same time, so that you're not too jumpy about the celebration, so that you don't go like wow and you're completely into it, or you want it like a crazy person. No. There will be a challenge which is happening side by side. So there is some celebration happening, some good achievement you've done, but at the same time some new challenge has been created, so that you remain humble, so that you remember that yes, life is a combination of good and bad. So now what are we supposed to do with this distorted masculine or a divine masculine who is getting brainwashed? He is constantly listening to the karmics, constantly listening to the toxic feminines, constantly listens to them, and then he creates a storm. Or he does something which he regrets later on. Or there are some, the pure-hearted ones, they will not trouble other people, but they will trouble themselves. They will start punishing themselves. They are always full of fears. They are always doing so much for everyone. They are people pleasers. And they are pleasing the same karmics, the same toxic feminines, the same toxic people. Because in the patriarchy, in the patriarchal system, they were taught to be codependent with the same women. They cannot be interdependent with the divine feminine because the divine feminine scares them. They are scared of the divine feminine, or they feel that she's too unpredictable, or they feel like she's too much. They can easily see the difference in a divine feminine, in a fallen, toxic, in Hindi we say chudail. In English the right word is demoness. And then he is also surrounded by the distorted feminines, the toxic feminines who are not even, experiencing their femininity. They are also suffering. Of course, they are suffering. They are miserable. They are full of jealousy. Full of jealousy. And jealousy feels like a fire. It's always burning you up. And they are jealous of their own daughters. They are jealous of their own sisters. They are very evil sometimes. We should take protection. Evil eye protection, like we say. And the best protection is healing your solar plexus. Because if your solar plexus is healed, if you're very confident, then in your confident state, you will say, this woman can't do anything to me. She's a stupid woman, She can't do anything. She can't cast a spell on me. She can't curse me. She can't do anything because she's so negative. She's so ultra negative that she'll only do harm to herself if she comes close to me. And one of the channelings before this, you can listen to that. It's for people who are so protected, so guided that they have a shield around them. This shield comes from solar plexus healing, because solar plexus, once you heal it with the chant Ram, you will heal your sacral chakra. You will unblock all the chakras, because in between you have like a tube sort of a place which is called Sushumna. It opens up. Then this Sushumna is responsible for giving the masculine and the feminine nadis the energy. And then when they are lit up, then the whole body is lit up. Your whole energy body is lit up. The confidence plays such an important role. That's why this chakra is right behind your navel, and the navel is the place from where everything got created. So my dear friends, forgive this toxic masculine, but also be bold and confident that if you, I won't say the word toxic here, I would still use the word divine, but he is brainwashed, he is not in his full energies, he is not in the prime energies. Forgive that person, but also be stern, because they will not understand your emotional words. You cry in front of them, you try to make them understand, you plead with them, you beg in front of them. They will not understand all of that. But when you take stern action, when you show them that this bullshit is not going to be tolerated, and you can leave, you can go wherever you want. I don't need a man like you. I don't need a weak man like you. I don't need a blind person like you around me, who cannot even see, who cannot even, act with discernment. You don't know how to discriminate the correct things between the correct things. You don't know how to treat a toxic female. You don't know how to shut them up. You cannot even use your own senses. Say it's a father. I'll give this example, okay? This man is married to a toxic female, very toxic female, okay? She comes from a toxic family where everybody is only good on the faces and they're all selfish. So, but he's not like that. But why has he attracted her? Because even he has this problem. He's too emotional. He's too sensitive. He's got weak ears. You say anything to him, he'll believe it. You put some spices on it, you make it sensational, you scare him a bit, tell him, oh my God, you know what? And then he'll be like, oh really? He'll go like that. That is a weak man. He may be very nice, but you know who will harm? He'll harm the one who loves him. For real. Maybe he has a child who's a twin flame child, a child who's on ascension, a child who's spiritually awakened. He's going to harm that child. He's going to break the heart of that child into pieces time and again, time and again, time and again, time and again. He will not act with discernment. And he will also enable the narcissistic child in his life, if there is any. That poor child needs your acknowledgement, needs your love, needs your support. And because of this constant behavior, this child, when she grows up into an adult, she will attract men who will use her, who will treat her the same way. Or maybe worse. So it's very important that a stern action is taken, a disciplined action is taken. You cannot baby these men. Even these men cannot be babied. They need to understand the truth. They need to learn the truth. That if you treat someone who is correct and you don't give them any closure, you don't give them any compassion, if you find out that this person, my child or any other divine feminine for that matter in his life, she is the one who's speaking the truth. But after finding out about the truth, you cannot give that person closure, you cannot apologize, you cannot fix anything. You're going to keep one hand on the other and you're going to just keep sitting and watching the troublemakers, the toxic people create a storm, create a drama, create negativity, create bad energy. Because these people, the toxic people, they thrive on negative energy. They love negative energy. They love negativity. If the divine masculine can recognize a demoness, if he can recognize an extremely negative woman, that means he still has that much power to know like who's really, really fallen and who's not. But if he cannot understand the manipulations, the politics, the game players who are right under his nose, then he's stupid too. He needs to work. If you're going to baby this person, if you're going to pamper this person, it will not work. It doesn't work like that, you know. In order to heal this masculine energy, the feminine energy also has to be healed. So you cannot also be nice and act like a slave in front of the toxic feminines. You cannot get emotional by their drama. You need to forgive them all and you need to create healthy boundaries with everybody. With the narcissistic women, you need to have a healthy boundary. And you notice, I've already told you guys that we live in a most narcissistic generation of all times. So many men and women have these narcissistic energies. So what are we going to do? There is no escape. There is no running away. The best way to live your life is to create healthy boundaries. To give, but also know that your cup of love is overflowing because of God, because of Source, because of Sri Ram and Sita and the whole Ram Darbar, not because of them, not because of these humans who are already in their distorted energies. So when you work on your self-confidence, the sound when you hear it again and again and you chant it again and again. And another great way is to listen to Ramayana. So chanting Ram sound and listening to the story of Ramayana, these are the two best ways to heal your solar plexus, because the more you listen to these stories, they have so many chapters and so many incidents where all these problems are decoded. Every single character has a very meaningful role, whether it's a negative character, whether it's a positive character. In this epic, which is the best epic of this whole planet existence, every single character is so meaningfully written. And the story is so entertaining, it is so juicy at the same time, it is so simple at the same time, and it is full of essence at the same time, that you cannot help but your energy gets ascended automatically. And that is why a lot of negative people who are full of negative energy, toxic energy, they don't get attracted to the solar plexus healing at all. For some reason, they will keep doing all the physical things. Like I get some students, not big in number, but on and off I get them. They don't want to do anything which is inner work oriented. Any practice I give to them, any assignment I give to them, they don't want to do it. But they can go for plastic surgery, they can go for surgeries, they can go for strange, skin treatments or hair treatments or body treatments or this treatment or that treatment, because they are so physical. They are in physical energies. They think that only when we do things externally, life will change. But that does not happen. We are energy beings. We need to work on our energy and nothing else. So on this note, I am going to close this channeling session. If you got any takeaway, I am happy for you. And I just request you to not be so angry with anyone that you yourself cannot act with discernment. Forgive them, because these people, they don't know any better. They're all mentally ill. A lot of them have mental sickness and they don't want to heal it also because they don't think they have a problem. Anybody who wants to heal themselves, anybody who's doing inner work is better than these people, because at least they accept that yes, I need to heal. I am not so flawless. I have flaws too. And I need to be humble about it. As much as I am happy that God has given me gifts and blessings and a lot of other things, I also want to accept that I have flaws and I want to work. As soon as you do that, you are challenging the narcissistic energy in you, if there is any. And there would be, because you're also raised by so many narcissistic people. Even you have certain narcissistic traits. But the person who works on themselves cannot remain a narcissist or have any shards of narcissism in them, because they are not saying I'm flawless, I'm the best, or I'm perfect. Perfection is a mental disorder, and I will explain this. I have already done one channeling on this, but I'll explain this in a better way. Like, we say that there is perfection on this planet, but we also say we should not strive for perfection, we should strive for authenticity, because when we are authentic, then we are naturally perfect. Trying to be perfect is a mental disorder, but perfection is definitely the order of the nature of this planet. Source has made everything in a perfect way. Everything is immaculate design, but only when it is natural. But when we try to do something, we try to turn it into like, okay, God has made flowers, so I'm going to replicate it and I'm going to compete with God and I'm going to create this and that. It will be an artificial flower. It will not have the fragrance. It will not have anything that the flower has. Because have you seen how flowers bloom? They bloom every season and they bloom with the same perfection, and it's the same colors and it's the same patterns, it's the same style, it's the same fragrance. How can it be if there is no perfection in God's hand? Why? Because God himself, or source himself, is purely natural. So on this note, I'm going to sign off from this particular session. Thank you so much for being here with me. You can get my book In the Name of Love from Amazon Kindle. That is the latest version. Please do not go for the paperback, because it is not the latest edited version. So it will not be that beneficial for you. Secondly, you can book the sessions using the PayPal link. And thirdly, you can also support my content via Patreon, or you can join this channel, because joining the channel is much better. I get to know who all are there, and if I share anything, any content is shared, immediately you can access it. Even if you may not be present at that time, you're not online at that time, but later on you can easily come and look for it. So I'll see you soon. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.